I was fired from the Big-3. The rumors are true. I was fired from the Big-3. They said it has come to Big-3's attention that Miss DeMita was posting on her social media platforms during this past weekend's Big-3 games and promoting the competing New York Liberty vs. Indiana Fever WNBA game that was being broadcast at the same time. The league is extremely dismayed and disappointed by Miss DeMita's severe lapse in judgment while performing services for the league.
I really want to defend her. I wish I could defend her. In most cases, I hate to see anyone lose their job, especially when they're so qualified to do it. Of course, there are exceptions. When the Wicked Weave Joy Reid was fired by MSNBC, that was cause for celebration. When Bomani Jones was finally fired by ESPN, I didn't necessarily celebrate, but the originator of the term huge embarrassing failure, he should have been fired years ago. Matter of fact, Bomani Jones should have never been hired to begin with. But in most cases, I don't like seeing someone lose their job. Unfortunately, though, for Rachel DeMita, she deserved it. Now, for those that don't know, Rachel DeMita is a YouTuber who primarily focuses on the pretend basketball and the WNBA dump. Very smart, very smart. She's got a successful channel, which is probably why she was given an opportunity as a sideline reporter in the Big-3, where she was covering real basketball. The Big-3. It's owned by Ice Cube. It is a 3-on-3 basketball league that features former college and NBA players. Unrivaled, the secondary dump that was launched by WNBA players where they are vastly overpaid with six-figure salaries. Unrivaled is a copycat league of the Big-3. Only difference is the Big-3 consists of actual basketball, whereas Unrivaled presents a product that almost resembles basketball. Last weekend, Rachel DeMita was working as a sideline reporter for the Big-3, which means she was being paid by Ice Cube to do a job. She was on the clock. As far as Ice Cube was concerned, Rachel DeMita was an employee of the Big-3 last Saturday. While she was working for the Big-3, Rachel DeMita was also watching the immaculate return of Caitlin Clark in the WNBA dump. The return of the Rue from Waterloo was taking place at the same time as her game in the Big-3. Since they air at the same time, some people consider the WNBA to be a competitor to the Big-3, although I think that's debatable. But when Caitlin Clark is playing, she is definitely legitimate competition for television viewers. While covering the Big-3 last week, Rachel DeMita sent out several tweets about Caitlin Clark and her game against the New York Equality. Ice Cube decided enough is enough, and Rachel DeMita was fired. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Link to the main channels in the description below. Like I said, I wish I could come to the defense of Rachel DeMita. Unlike most people who cover the WNBA, who were essentially paid propagandists being compensated to lie about the league, these elite athletes are amazing! Angel Reese is the best basketball player I've ever seen. Did you see her dribble the ball off her foot and collect another me-bound? Not only is she elite athletically, Angel Reese is also a genius! Unlike most who cover the WNBA, Rachel DeMita seems to cover the dump objectively. Or at least she does from what little I have seen of her. But even with that being the case, she deserved to get fired. Rachel DeMita is not Stephen A. Smith. She doesn't have the cachet to be playing solitaire during the NBA Finals and get away with it. She doesn't have the juice to be working for the Big-3 and promoting pretend basketball at the same time. Supposedly, this is not the first time that Rachel DeMita has been a problem for Ice Cube in the Big-3. If you're Ice Cube, you can't have one of your sideline reporters on social media promoting your competition while she's supposed to be promoting you. If I was paying someone to represent and promote my channels and they're all over social media promoting Club Shay Shay, they're going to be fired. Even though she lost her job with the Big-3, Rachel DeMita is going to be fine. Like I said, she's got a prominent YouTube channel, good following on social media. If I were ESPN, I would be calling Rachel DeMita and offering her a job covering the WNBA for the network. If you thought NBA coverage was bad at the worldwide leader in woke, just go check out their coverage of pretend basketball. It is the drizzling shits. The face of their WNBA coverage is Shanae Aguame. She's decent until she starts complaining about mythical racism. Then they've got Monica McDougal. Mo McDougal is a proud hater of Caitlin Clark. Hell, it seems like everyone covering the WNBA for ESPN is paid to criticize the only player worth watching in this league. Rachel DeMita would provide something that ESPN is missing in their coverage of the WNBA. Rachel DeMita would provide balance. Now, to her credit, she didn't express her outrage towards the Big-3 after they fired her. Unlike other professional victims in the media, Rachel DeMita didn't claim misogyny was the reason she was fired. She owned up to her mistake and admitted that it was her fault. She did complain, though, about the lack of conversation before she was fired. She complained about the decision makers at the Big-3 not meeting with her before they fired her, but what the hell were they supposed to say? Hey there, Rach, you were promoting our competition while cashing our paycheck. You're fired. Either way, you were getting fired. But give me your thoughts on this. Rachel DeMita fired by Ice Cube and the Big-3 for constantly promoting Caitlin Clark and the WNBA on social media. Did she deserve to get fired? Or do you think she should have been given a second, third chance? Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys tomorrow.